Hello everyone, and welcome to Pal Arena. This is a brand new channel for all things dedicated to Palworld PvP. Today, I'm going to give you a brief introduction to what our plans are, what we're going to be doing, and what you can expect from this channel. First of all, we're going to be setting up 3 separate playlists: Training Grounds, Gods of the Arena, and World at War. As you can expect, in the Training Grounds series, we'll be discussing all of the basic and not so basic elements of PvP, doing all sorts of tests, as well as analysis of pals, weapons, etc. So if you have a specific pal or item you'd like to be considered, please drop a comment down below. Regarding the Gods of the Arena, this will be a duel series and eventual tournaments that will be held in my dedicated server. Anyone in the server will be invited, and eventually we'll even have some outside guests. So stay tuned and let me know in the comments if you'd like to participate. For the World at War series, we'll be covering open world PvP and issues from base building, breeding, and raiding other people's bases. This channel will hopefully shine a spotlight on Palworld's PvP potential, and will also be addressing some of the issues it does have. One of those issues is that currently when you turn on PvP in your server, it won't allow to use any mounts, and that is why you saw me running over this slaver's base. First thing I did, obviously, was open a hole in their base so we can take a quick look inside and see what we're up against. Something to consider when you're raiding someone's base is that you are obviously at a disadvantage. You're taking on a whole base worth of pals with just one of your team's pals out. Even if you bring your best pals, you'll be facing off against a whole army of pals, and even if they're not properly built for base defense, the sheer number will eventually drive you off. Of course, my own worker pals have perfect IDs and skills to defend the base. The slaver's base is very poorly defended, but eventually we'll have to back away and come back another time. You'll be able to check that out in the future series. Next, we'll hop on over to the arena, and you can find that in your map at coordinates 628-4. And we'll be taking a look at the Pal Arena rules, which you can see in the survival guide by scrolling all the way down. Now how this works, it's simple. You'll set yourself up for battle with your team and gear, and once you both press join, you'll have a minute to decide what pals to use. As you can see in the screen, you'll be able to see what your opponent's pals are, but not what he's choosing. You'll be able to select an active pal, which you can command, ride, use its active partner skill, or benefit from the best of buffs. Aside from that, you'll also have 2 supporting pals, but these will be solely controlled by AI. Just remember, there's a timer. Once you've both selected, you'll face off against each other in the arena, as you can see in the screen. The rules are simple. You have a 5-minute timer to either win or achieve a better position than your opponent in the map. If you don't, you'll both tie. How do you achieve a better position? By either killing more of your opponent's pals or having a clear difference in HP at the end of the 5 minutes. Aside from that, there are 2 rules: either kill your opponent or all of your opponent's pals to win. Now most of you already know this chart, but if you really want to get into PvP, you'll have to know this by heart. You can find it in the survival guide under elements, or you can clip it from the screen. In the Training Ground series, I'll be going over this chart and how you can use it to improve your team strategy and pals, so stay tuned.